401. Notice a slowdown through Guelph line. If you're in the area and can update me, please call toll-free star 680 on your cell phone. And then delays from Winston Churchill to approaching Mavis, 427 to Weston in the Express, to Keele in the Collectors, and another slowdown from Bayview in the Collectors to the 404. Westbound 401 had delays through Leslie in the Express, Bayview to Yonge in the Collectors, Weston in the Express to Dixon, and another slowdown west of the 410 Express to west of Mavis. Scotiabank asks, what would you like to get started? It could be anything. Tweet hashtag StartMeUp and you could win the latest tech to help you do it. Visit scotiabank.com for contest rules. Now with the latest forecast, here's meteorologist Brian Hill.
No major problems tonight. Quiet evening, a few clouds overnight at 5, and Monday mostly sunny once again, but a different kind of day with a brisk easterly wind and a cooler high of 12 degrees, low 5 at night. And tonight, our overnight low 5.
18 degrees and blue sky in downtown Toronto, 680 news time, 4:33.
They've been defying the odds all season long, and the postseason has been no different. The Leafs will look for a win tonight in Game 6 to even up their best-of-7 series with the Washington Capitals.
680's John Mace joins us for the game preview.
After the morning skate, Nazem Kadri was feeling a bit cheeky.
I think Washington's a beautiful city, so I wouldn't mind one back here.
A win, and we are off to Washington. A loss, and it's the end of the season. But you know what? Leaf fans can take comfort in the fact that our season has been at least 24 hours longer than that of the Montreal Canadiens. Young Mitch Marner says it's been a thrill to play on the hockey world's biggest stage.
Yeah, the city's been unbelievable, and yeah, you can hear the roar in the city.
Like Trey Ghost of the National Post says, whatever the outcome, this has been quite a treat for fans.
Almost like a boxing match, like one team's slugging, the other one's slugging back.
Now, Mike Babcock should be in the discussion for Coach of the Year. He had a brief exchange with staff at the Verizon Center that captured the attention of the internet.
They were being nice to me on the way out, saying, have a good year. In my mind and in my heart, that's what I know is going to happen.
There you go, the man with the plan, making a guarantee. We'll be back in D.C. for Game 7 if needed. That'll be Tuesday night at 7:30. I'm John Mace.
If your Sunday plans include driving in or out of the city, keep in mind the Don Valley Parkway is off limits. A full closure of the DVP is scheduled to continue until 5 o'clock tomorrow morning for annual spring maintenance. Crews have a lot of work to do, including repaving about 14 kilometers of roadway, patching potholes, and sealing cracks. 32 bridges are also being inspected, along with the cleaning of 600 catch basins. This is also the time of year they inspect and fix the 30 overhead signs and 16 closed-circuit traffic cameras. Don Mills, Bayview, Victoria Park, and Kingston Road are the recommended alternates. Traffic signal timing has been altered and some parking restrictions put in place to help keep traffic moving.
There's good news from a missing dog investigation. Toronto police say Kobe, the Pomeranian Shih Tzu, has been found and reunited with his owner. The dog was found just before 7 this morning in the Selby Street, Sherburne Street area, not far from the McDonald's from which he was taken. Police say a man found him tied to a pole and called police. They're still looking for the suspects who took the dog. The security camera image is on 680news.com. Anyone with information is asked to contact police or Crime Stoppers.
Ontario's counter-terrorism plan directs local and provincial police to sharing carding data with Canada's intelligence agency and the RCMP. The Toronto Star reports the 55-page plan was posted online by 2 small Ontario police services and then apparently removed. It states that frontline officers across the province have the unique opportunity to recognize, identify, collect, and report on intelligence gathered through primary response duties like street checks, vehicle stops, and criminal investigations. The Toronto Police Service, the OPP, and the RCMP have confirmed to the Star that information from street checks may be shared with agencies up in the chain. It's not clear how often that happens.
The city's latest homicide victim is being remembered as a loyal father and a hardworking DJ. 33-year-old Hamilton native Leonard Pinnock was shot and killed Friday night in a parking lot near Dufferin and Eglinton while inside his car. Being investigated as a random attack. According to the CBC, Pinnock went by DJ Champ Juby and played a weekly gig at Sam's Tavern in Hamilton. Friends and fellow DJs told the CBC he was a generous, caring individual and a hands-on father to his young daughter and 3 nephews. Police are reminding residents in an area bounded by Dufferin to Caledonia and Eglinton to Castlefield to search their backyards for anything suspicious.
UK News Time, 4:37. Centrist Emmanuel Macron and far-right populist Marine Le Pen advanced today to a runoff in France's presidential election remaking the country's political system and setting up a showdown over its participation in the European Union. Associated Press reporter Raphael Satter says the turnout at France's presidential election seems to be strong.
The figures that we've been getting throughout the day suggest that the French, unlike some experts have feared, are in fact turning out in great numbers. It's looking like, according to pollsters, we could see a turnout of around 80%, which is more or less in line with standard French elections.
And the selection of Le Pen and Macron sets up a battle between Macron's optimistic vision of a tolerant France with open borders against Le Pen's darker, inward-looking platform calling for closed borders, tougher security, less immigration, and dropping the shared euro currency to return to the franc.
Well, it's hardly a secret that the cost of real estate in Toronto and Vancouver is high. One expert says there are a few solutions. As we hear from 680's Hannah Mae Nassar.
A lack of supply, that's one similarity the Vancouver and Toronto housing markets have, according to Tom Davidoff with UBC's Stoddard School of Business. He says step one of solving high real estate prices is to make life more affordable, and that's partly done by creating more housing options of the family-friendly variety. He says step two is reforming taxes.
We've got low property tax rates, especially in our expensive cities, but high income and sales taxes. That makes for, expensive homes.
That also means the money you bring home from work after taxes is low. He says if the government wants to help Canadians afford to live in places like Vancouver and Toronto, it needs to place the tax burden on property owners, which would in turn get rid of speculative investment. I'm Hannah Mae Nassar.
Federal conservatives are calling on the Trudeau government to step up in support of the U.S. as it stares down North Korea. Under Kim Jong-un, the republic has ramped up its missile program and flexed its military muscles in a massive armaments display during the Day of the Sun parade last weekend. 680 Sarah Buchan has more.
Foreign Affairs critic MP Peter Kent tells Mark Sutcliffe on Ottawa Today the Trudeau government needs to speak up in support of the U.S. in its firmer tone with North Korea by applying economic pressure to North Korea's supporter, China.
Canada's rush to please China at every turn and to engage in a free trade agreement with China and to encourage Canadian investment in Canada, in some of our actually most sensitive sectors, we think should be reconsidered, and there should be a pause.
Kent says despite North Korea's failed weekend missile test, the Tories are encouraging the feds to reopen discussion with the U.S. on ballistic missile defense.
Kent adds that Canada is on the missile course and any threat to the U.S. would be every bit as real to Canada. Coming up in 30 seconds, we'll find out where the price of gas is headed. 680 News Time, 4:39.
The Nissan Rogue comes standard with heated front seats, rear view monitor, and more. And now during the Nissan My Choice sales event, lease a Rogue from $254 monthly at 0.99% APR for 39 months. That's like paying only $59 a week. Or choose from up to $3,500 bonus cash or up to $4,000 in parts and accessory credit on other models. Offer then May 1st. Visit choosenissan.ca or see your Nissan retailer. Offer includes $1,500 bonus cash and $1,495 down.
Now, the 680 News gas price update. Enpro predicts the price of gas will stay the same at midnight, holding at $1.16.9 a liter at most GTA stations.
Fashion, the inspiration for unparalleled interior design. I'm Jeannie Becker, and for over 50 years, Georgian Renovations has been creating spaces you'll love. Georgian Renovations specializes in kitchens, full floor, additions, and custom homes throughout the Greater Toronto Area. Schedule your design consultation today and put a little love in your home. GeorgianReno.com.
Hi, Pat Finelli from Pizza Pizza, celebrating our 50th birthday with over 50 delicious toppings. We've got an amazing deal for just $11.11. I love that number. Get a large pizza with any 3 toppings of your choice and our famous creamy garlic dip for only $11.11. It's the deal of the half century. Pizza Pizza, celebrating 50 years and always hot and fresh. Let's go Raptors! 967-1111. Order Pizza Pizza.ca.
680 News Time, 4:41. Time for traffic and weather together on the one. Here's Christine Langos.
This report is brought to you by Pemberton Group. On the eastbound QEW approaching here, Ontario, problems have been cleared away. It's heavy from approaching Mississauga Road. And on the eastbound Gardner, volume from the Humber Bridge off and on towards the Spadina ramp into the Jarvis